figure out the lighting on this thing. I changed all the settings and now it's all funky. Okay, trying to figure out what I'm going to eat before I leave. It is 1:40 and I'm going to leave in about an hour to go to Chelsea. I just want some lunch, something to hold me over because I won't be able to eat until maybe 9 p.m. tonight. With the settings on this thing 800 times and it's just not doing it, so I guess I will be forced to learn how to properly function a camera. Today we're just doing a lot of emails, a lot of work for coordination for next month. I have to figure out a ceramic ceremony date. Last night was wonderful. I did the event with Aesop and it went beautifully. It was for their launch of the hand balm, their Elios hand balm. Everyone's pieces are tucked in here, so I'm going to be etching everyone's names into that today. That'll be a nice break to kind of sandwich work, online work, with then like some ceramic work. My advice to you, next meal you have, is to chop it up and eat it with tortilla chips. Different things that I had in my fridge all in one bowl. Every day I look around me and there are at least 7 to 10 things right away I can say thank you for. Sunshine, health, feeling loved, a slow morning, body, fresh air, clean clothes, things that are traceable to the source. Take the source of the state of our health, for an example, and how we get to make daily choices that accumulate and impact our day-to-day well-being in the long run. Similar to the clothes we wear and the way that they make us feel, while also being traceable, made with greater intention, beyond style, which brings me to cotton, a company committed to investing in the future through conscientious sourcing practices. Every stage of production with cotton, from inception to creation, meticulous attention is paid to ensure the integrity and ethical standards. These garments are crafted with the finest fibers sourced from Egyptian farms, reflecting cotton's dedication to quality and sustainability, also connecting deeply with the source of these raw materials. Cotton actively contributes to social progress, specifically in Egypt, by dedicating a portion of profits to schools and building schools in these rural parts of Egypt, prioritizing educational equity by challenging cultural norms, implementing a 2-to-1 girl-boy ratio. This company is committed to transparency, but not just transparency, it's actually just setting a standard, setting an example. They're doing the most when it comes to traceability, accountability, and showing up for future generations. I find the human brain to be fascinating because every time I take a moment to go for a run, sit under a tree, observe the bugs crawling up and down, or take a shower and watch the beads of water get soaked up by the towel, or just the alleviation of the feeling from heavy clothes to comfy, soft clothing. I find these details to be so magical because life is about these small moments, and it's not until we really start practicing the rootedness in sensations that bring us back to the moment, whether it be breath or the feeling of clothes on our skin or the taste in our mouth, the smell in the air. It's like these are all things that I've been trying to implement to root me back into the moment. So I'm trying hard to do that, and I feel like, practice makes perfect, or a version of it, but like I'm never gonna not touch my phone in the morning. But there's a way that I can reroute that intention of, I grab my phone, but to practice meditation, to play a song that makes me happy, something that gets me out of bed. And I sit in the sun in the one little patch of my room that makes me happy, and observe the light flooding into my space, and making it a priority to see friends and hang out and be present and giggle and share stories. And I think that has just been filling me.
They fit. I get some questions about how I buy pants without even trying them on, because all I did was hold these up, and I had a really great conversation with the guy, so it just felt right. I needed to buy them, and I did. So you see the waist, and then you have the hips. See, if you fold it down, you see how the waist goes in? The hips are wide. That's what you need to look for. Just like I look for a larger bum area. So another trick that people are skeptical about, what you do is you take the waistband and you put it on your neck, and you take the two sides. This is a perfect fit. This weekend I'm doing a stooping sale. This is the first ever of its kind for me. So this is a perfect opportunity to go through all of these baskets. This will be a good excuse to go through all that. We're gonna try to do it all in, it's 6 now. I'm gonna try to speed round, go through everything up on the top before 7. Okay, so let's do it.
Hello. Honestly, I'm realizing a profound sense of relief, where it's something that I know every time we have this conversation, we meaning me and another person, or me and, I guess it's not a conversation, but it's this reminder from the universe, or through shows and movies, or just like romanticized moments in life, through these micro habits that we do that make us extra appreciative of the moment, like fresh air, like comfortable clothes, or restful sleep, or the just feeling of being loved in your body. Just all of these things that we house, because I speak about our bodies, our vessels, as homes. Just because we have experienced it doesn't mean it's ours. And it's really interesting acknowledging the timeline as this very unserious thing. I think it's fascinating to observe the way that we attach success or borrow other people's timelines and write them as our own, almost like that is the cookie cutter way, that is the only way to do something. And been releasing a lot of that, and a big part of life in general is just processing things and learning how to process things, that both good and challenging, and to observe life as a series of lessons, a series of experiences that's to be had, appreciated, lived in fully, and then released, because we don't own them. These are experiences. Like, what can we really absorb in this moment? And some moments, I mean, this exact one, I think it's such a blessing to have the environment around me, a phone to record this on. And I think about this all the time, even just with like the words I use. And I try to be mindful about pretty much everything in life. It's hard because I think it stems from a place of deep control, but I'm working really hard on removing this control and embodying allowance in the moments that are pleasurable. They don't need to have extra thought attached to them, because the hyper analysis of a moment before it even happens is robbing me of that moment. It is pure robbery from myself, from parts of me that want to clench on to control or an evaluation of preconceived ideas, whether it be from a past experience or just projection onto a new experience that I've never had before. And I'm speaking very vaguely, but I feel like either in new experiences that I've never had romantically, or new experiences that I've never had in friendship, or through work and career and different endeavors and projects I've never taken on before. Who am I to say, because I've never experienced these things, what this magic could unfold to be, and what lessons I'll learn, and what words I'm able to collect along the way to then add into my book of life, and that this is just a mere chapter in such a beautiful series. Just, I think zooming out is a very powerful tool that has helped me remove the seriousness of each moment, which, if you are a chronic serious person, someone who applies logistics in every situation and evaluates the outcomes of choices and hyperanalyzes to the point where it is no longer joyful, it is no longer lighthearted, no longer made out of a place of just freedom and flow, ease, love, peace, but restriction, judgment, resentment, projection. I'm working so hard on just no longer practicing those things, because I see it in my choices, I see it firsthand, and as soon as it happens, I know it's happening. So I'm trying really hard to release all that, and it feels good. It's a practice though, and all of life is. I think I need to stop there, because I'm getting a little too ahead of myself in terms of the tangent I've just took us all on. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this video series of events. That's all life is, events. Bye.